Happy Tuesday, Darius Butler here with a special edition of Shutdown City. Matthew Hamilton live in studio for the last day because he wants to go back to New York. No one knows why. He'll break down last night's Packers win over the Rams, and we are dishing out red cards with the birthday boy, Mark Ingram. Also, because I love you, I'm going to tell you this. I don't know if I'm supposed to be telling you this, but I want everyone to set their alarms for tomorrow's show, 11 a.m. Eastern on FanDuel TV, but only do it if you enjoy the giving season of holiday vibes, you like getting presents, and just all around great vibes. Trust me. I totally just made it seem like I was gonna be giving away cars like Oprah back in the
Yeah.
And maybe I will. Let us know what you're doing today, how you're feeling about the Packers. I talked to one Packers fan this morning. He said, "I'm alive. We're alive. We're alive in this." He was in bed and he said, "We're alive. We can do this." And there's some hope, I think, for Packers fans. Matthew Hamilton is here. How you doing, buddy?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. And I've
You're a little manic this morning.
3 sips of coffee. I'm in a weird mood this morning. I really am. I truly am. I need eye drops. My eyes are like really red. Hi, everybody. We're going to get into the Packers-Rams game last night, but I don't feel right about something. So we are like 48 hours removed from going to this Titans-Chargers game at SoFi Stadium as a group. We had a staff party there with the producers and some of the editors, and we were really not treated well.
I don't know if
That's
I'd
not
say
true.
that.
We were treated amazing, but we were robbed, is what we were. During, downtime, and I know this game, so do you if you've ever been to a game, the in-stadium cameramen, they come over and they promise you, get you on the Jumbotron. We were so down. Our group was so hype, ready to go, making all the fuss, all the noise. I think I called the suite next to us with all the, celebrities. I was like, they're lame, they're not cool, come over here. And they even said, they came up to our producer, you know her, you love her, Marissa McBride, and they said, you look like somebody from The Grinch, we're gonna have you be part of the look-alike game. So she stands there for 2 minutes smiling, and they do not come to her. They choose someone else in the stadium. So I just want to give a little shout out to our very own Cindy Lou from How the Grinch Stole Christmas, because I just want, we need to give this its love. Marissa,
What do you think? How about this?
I can't believe that they didn't pick you.
I know.
I was unhappy about it. And then
I was unhappy.
But we're obviously joking. Louis was the name of not the camera guy, but he was the name of the producer out there trying to find shots. And I'm like, let me talk to your boss. I was being crazy.
He tried to dap Marissa up at the end of the game, and you knocked his hand away. You were like, no, get out of here.
There were lots of moments in this game. By the way, if you ever have the opportunity to go to SoFi, it is such an insane stadium. The Chargers, the best, most welcoming possible team ever. They had hats for us. They were just incredible. Some of the players, obviously, I was screaming at them, and I was screaming at Tom Telesco.
Poor Tom Telesco.
I was like, what was it, 2 seconds left?
Yeah, the game's hanging in the balance, game-winning field goal, and Tom!
I know, and he wouldn't look up, and I was like, wait, but Tom knows my voice, you guys.
I know.
I was being insane, so I apologize. We had a great time.
You weren't the only one.
Yeah, I wasn't the only one. There was Owen and everybody. So what was the first thing? What else do you want to talk about? Me bartending? What else do you want to talk about?
Yeah, I mean, that was part of the issue. You got back there behind the bar.
I felt the need to get the party started. My old roots from St. Louis bartending. There it is.
The party was already well underway at this point, and it escalated after this, for sure.
I hope that poor man doesn't get in trouble, because I don't think we were supposed to touch that stuff, but that's okay. Then,
It's okay.
producer Owen, who I likened to the 2022 NFL season, he decided I wasn't part of this. What happened here?
So he's given J.K. Scott some pointers as he's warming up, getting ready to punt, and I don't know.
Did it go well?
He didn't have his best game, I'll say that,
Okay.
J.K. Poor,
And we're sorry, because that's literally Owen screaming at this poor man for 4 quarters.
It was, but he was trying to be encouraging. I don't know that it necessarily came off that way, but I think he was trying to be
He
encouraging.
was also hitting on moms 6 hours later, a group of, but we'll talk about that,
That did happen.
another time. Let's
Yep.
family show. Celebrity sightings, were there any?
Oh, we had a big one. Jaleel White, you may know him as Stefan Urkel.
Stefan Urkel.
That was a big moment for me.
Great show. What it really was it?
Yeah.
Personally for you.
Oh yeah.
I love that. That's
loved
amazing.
watching Urkel growing up.
90s
Loved Family Matters.
TGIF
Yeah.
comedies. We love that. And then after the game, yes. And this is why I wanted to do this, so everybody can get roasted. This is me, roasting myself. on this again. And I'm glad this is the only picture because I literally did this to the equipment guys. I was like, nice to meet you. I was presidential with all of them. They really needed to hear from me.
They really did.
They really they want to see me today after the game.
Yeah, if they're going to make this run to the playoffs, it had to happen. They needed the encouragement.
Embarrassing. All in all, a good time?
Oh, yeah, it was great. It was great seeing Chase Daniel, too.
Oh, yeah. That's why we went over there.
Yeah. Yeah, because I was a student coach at Missouri with Chase when he was there, Heisman finalist. And
I haven't seen him. Right away.
Yeah, I haven't seen him in about 4 years since he was with the Bears. So it was awesome to get to see him. And we were texting last night because he was on NFL Network too. He's doing his thing as an analyst. He's breaking things down.
Oh, really? Does Chase want to come on our show, you think?
We'll see.
NFL Network needs more guys popping by their show?
We'll see.
Give me a break. Chase, get on the show.
He's doing great.
Mizzou Raw. I'm not doing it. I'll hurt my neck. Okay, tweet us at the Up and Adams Show. I like cooking you while you're here. Let's talk about this game last night. The Packers got the 24-12 win over the Rams last night, and they are still, mathematically alive in the NFC, meaning we will see Aaron Rodgers at least one more week. You love to see it. Packers have won back-to-backs, and now they're a game and a half back of Washington in the wild card race. So right now, their chances of getting in, listen, they're not in the double digits, but 9% is better than 8%.
They're still alive.
9% is better than 8%. That's what I say. And if they run the table, if they beat the Dolphins, if they beat the Vikings and the Lions, I do believe it goes way up above 60% as far as their chances. So win out, and we might have something cooking.
Yeah. I mean, it's going to be tough. I mean, those are three good teams, although Rodgers made sure to throw a little shade at the Lions after the game, and he's being interviewed. They're like, "You got three teams left with winning records." He's like, "No, the Lions are at 500."
Yeah, he doesn't like that.
He didn't want to give them the credit.
Marissa, Brian, and I were talking to Eric Kendricks yesterday. That interview will be sometime this week here on Up and Adams, and he obviously, what a great game. They make it happen for the Vikings. They win the North, and I said, as an NFC North champion, what would you like to say to Aaron Rodgers? What was his answer, Marissa? He said something like...
He said, look back at the tape and see what he said about us.
He goes, I tell him to go look, because I guess he just, they look at everything Aaron Rodgers says about the Vikings throughout the years and how, I would think Chicago would be the one to lay claim to his trash talking, but but he was super, I thought he'd say, I'm not answering that question, but he answered it. Eric answered it. He's a character, Eric Hendricks.
Yeah, he's a good personality. And they have to feel...
I'm veering off topic here, it's fine.
They have to feel some type of way, with the way the Packers have kind of run that division for the last couple of years. It has to feel good, especially for a guy like that who's been in Minnesota for so long and had to battle Rodgers, and deal with him and everything that comes along with it.
All right, Aaron, giving everybody grief. You didn't win the division. Okay, I still, I don't know if I see it happening. 62% if they win out. I think they're in too big of a hole. But it just sucks because, if there was a longer preseason or if they got this going, week 10 instead of week 15, we're seeing the team start to come together. Wish it happened sooner, but it is important, even if they don't make it. It's significant for this team when you start looking beyond the season, right? Aaron Rodgers, if I had him on as a show guest, I would not want him the next 4 weeks. I want him in March. I want him in April because it's really about what's gonna happen. We saw last night confidence. We saw in command Aaron Rodgers. We saw MVP attitude Aaron Rodgers. And you can sort of see the chemistry building with this young group of receivers. We saw a talented young defense step up, which was nice. So we don't know what's going to happen going forward. It'll be a huge storyline. Again, Aaron Rodgers owns the offseason. But Aaron did look a lot more like himself and a lot more, I don't know if you agree with me, like a guy who may not want out of Green Bay. Do you think he wants out of Green Bay?
I don't know. I liked what we saw last night. There was, you saw the fire out of him. You also saw some of the rapport with Christian Watson. I love the play at the end of the game where Watson didn't get his hand signal, and Rodgers throws it to him. Watson doesn't turn around, and he barked at him a little bit, but he was joking about it after the game. Watson comes up to him. He's like, my bad. I messed that up. And, there were smiles. There was laughing. There was...
Conrad saying, was it a joke?
It was fun to see Rodgers having fun out there again, and we hadn't seen that a lot earlier in the season. So, and as you talked about with the emergence of Christian Watson, he has something that he knows he's coming back, and he's got a guy who's a super talented young receiver who's only scratching the surface of what he's capable of. So, knowing that you have a weapon like that, I think if Watson hadn't emerged, it's like, what am I coming back to? But now with the emergence of a guy like that,
It's
there's
just
something to
what do
build
you
on.
want?
Yeah.
Right? It's the same thing with Odell, but it's that we can't guess. To Brandon Marshall's point, I knew Devontae Adams was leaving. To me, it was clear. I don't know where he was going to Vegas, but he was going to want to leave. No, it didn't make sense to a lot of people. People still are like, why? There's different priorities for different people. So what is important to Aaron at this point in his career when it comes to where he's going to go? That'll be interesting. But we aren't, by the way, Packers fans, talking about this team as if it's over, because it's not, because we have to see how this all plays out. They do have a chance. We don't bury any team or wrap them before it's done. And, a win next week, I think, in Miami, that'll be a tough one. That would make things interesting.
Yeah, it really would, because then they get those 2 division games down the stretch, Minnesota and then Detroit, with a chance to get into the playoffs.
That week.
That would be fun.
That season end would be good. All right, so there's other news. Marissa, can we show Marissa? Can I see your reaction, Marissa, when you found out the news? Can we get a close-up on Marissa? Probably not.
I was devastated. My boy deserves this. We can't have anything nice. This happens to us always.
Okay, wait. Hold on. We don't know what's going on. Hold on. Let's unpack this.
I was with her when this broke.
This is pretty huge news. Jalen Hurts suffered a sprain on his throwing shoulder during Sunday's win over the Bears, so he might have to miss some time. So that means Minshew Mania would be back and alive and well in the interim if Hurts can't go against the Cowboys on Saturday. It wasn't a season-ending injury. It wasn't. Calm down up there. Easy there, Pippi Longstocking. The Eagles need one more win over their final 3 games to lock up the NFC East and the 1 seed in the NFC. They've got the Christmas Eve game at Dallas, the Saints and Giants at home. I don't like it one bit. The throwing shoulder, if you take out the word throwing, I'm like, okay, maybe we can. Throwing shoulder, not a good thing, because that's the sort of thing that lingers, of course, and the Eagles cannot run their offense the same with Minshew. It's a huge difference. I'm sorry. Oh, God, you love Minshew. There aren't many, I do too, by the way, but you love Minshew. But there aren't backup quarterbacks that are running threats like Jalen is. Huge part of their offense. And you tell me, unless he's learned a new trick, I believe quarterback runs are off the table with one said Minshew.
Yeah, you're not really doing that. He can scramble around, he can move a little bit, but that's not really his game. But, we've seen Minshew do some really exciting things in this league. I think he's one of the better backup quarterbacks. But yeah, I mean, you can't replace that kind of production from Jalen Hurts, and I don't think that's a fair expectation to put on Minshew. But I think they'll be okay. I mean, the last time we saw Minshew start a game with the Eagles starters out there, remember Jalen missed that Jets game last year, and Minshew put up some big numbers. He played a near perfect game. Let's take a look at it. They beat the Jets 33-18 in that game last year.
Okay.
And he lit it up. Can
we see Minshew, the Minshew full screen? Thank you.
He was 20 of 25, 242 yards, 2 touchdowns, no picks.
This was week 13, 2021. Okay.
Yeah, near perfect passer rating. So that was the last time Minshew was out there starting a game with the Eagles starters. And remember, that was before A.J. Brown, and he put up those kind of numbers with this group. So I think he can steady the ship while Hurts figures things out. Remember, they just have to win one of their final 3 games.
Don't talk to me. Talk to Cindy Lou.
Sorry, Cindy Lou. One of their final 3 games, and they lock up the NFC East and the number 1 seed in the NFC, potentially buying Hurts in another week, that bye in the playoffs to try to get that shoulder healthy. So I don't think it's time to
You have
panic.
to win one of the final 3 games.
Just one of those final 3 games, and they lock up the 1 seed.
Don't you think you can do that?
Saints at home.
do that with
all
Minshew.
day, baby.
Saints,
all day.
Say that to Mark Ingram's face when you.
I will.
I will. I love that. We don't have the picture? Why? Conrad, why? But Conrad, boy. We don't. I had them try to pull the picture of you dressed as Gardner Minshew on Good Morning Football set. Why did we shave your beard?
Shaved my beard into the Minshew mustache, just because Nate wanted to do it, basically.
Why wouldn't we? All right, what else we got to get to? Do you want to talk Pro Bowl or no? We're not doing Pro Bowl.
We got Darius Butler coming up. We got Ingram. We got a lot of exciting stuff going on.
Are we going to show Salt Bay to Mark Ingram?
Oh, we're showing Salt Bay.
And Brian, I heard you woke up and bought a cake at 3 in the morning.
Of course I did. It's a huge celebration.
For Mark Ingram's birthday tomorrow. Wow. Can we get some champagne out of here, please? Thank you. Oh, that photo would have been great.
Niners win, baby! Man, fly Eagles fly, man. On to the next, man. Let's go, baby! Move it! Let's go! We came out victorious once again. We about to give y'all a heart attack. I almost had a heart attack.
But we got it done. Who they?
Well, you guys really know how to make it pretty interesting, huh?
34 unanswered points.
Nobody can argue with how much we fight.
We are figuring out a way to win, man. That's what winners do.
NFC North champs right there.
NFC West champions, man.
We're in the for each other.
We got bigger goals in mind.
1, 2, 3.
Shanahan's like, we're NFC West champ. Like, could you be less? Could you be like a little? Give me something more. It's giving I slept through class.
He's not excited by that. He knows what the ultimate goal is. He knows what time it is. He's in it for a Super Bowl.
But look at, okay, but Doug Peterson, Super Bowl champion, Kyle Shanahan, not, but he's excited about a win, a regular season win. You locked up the division. You got to celebrate that a little bit. I don't buy that.
A little bit, but he's got bigger things on his mind.
But if Joe Burrow did it, I'd be like, he's so cool.
Exactly.
He's the best thing in the world. All right, those are some of the best wins from the craziness that was Week 15, and now we get a masterclass on all things cornerbacks, Colts, unwavering, Miami, Dolphins, love, and F1, which is it over? It's over, right? There's no F1 anymore, right? F1's over?
Winter break right now. A lot of news in the F1 space right now.
Is there? Professor Darius Butler.
It's always news there, you know?
The holiday season is here. Winter break, as you said. Favorite Christmas gift you ever were gifted? Go.
Ooh, I got to go back to childhood, preteens, probably 10, 11 years old, getting a brand new bike. It was nothing like getting a bike at that time. You know, it wasn't a bunch of cell phones, it wasn't social media. Wherever all the bikes were in the neighborhood, that's where everybody was. So once you got a bike, a whip, that was the best gift you can have. So I begged my parents for that, and they surprised me. You know, parents always act like they didn't get you what you asked for.
Right.
They surprised me with that bike. It was special. They get stolen.
It did
pretty
get stolen?
shortly after, but you know, it is what it is. Part of it.
Did you get it back?
I got a bike back. It wasn't my bike, but I got a bike back.
Oh, so you stole a bike? Okay.
You know, it's a circle of life. It's a circle.
You're the oldest of 5, right?
I am the third oldest of 9.
Oh, but there's 4 younger brothers, I understand, right?
Yes. Yep.
Did you guys all have whips?
Yes, we all got bikes. Maybe the youngest 2, I think they shared theirs, but the older ones we all had bikes. And then you had pegs on the back, you had handlebars on the front. So, I mean, you could really fit, oh my gosh, Siri, you could really fit 3 on one bike. God. So we made it work.
Why is Siri always trying to get in between us?
Always, like, mind your business.
Pipe down,
man.
Siri. Okay, let's rip the Band-Aid off here. Stop trying to throw me off with Siri here. The Colts. They were involved in a historic game this weekend, but not on the winning side.
Yeah.
What was the cause? What was the cause of the collapse?
I mean, first and foremost, we're not a good football team. You know, we're just not. We're just not a good team. Obviously, Jeff Saturday, was hired middle of the season, interim head coach. Well, late in the season, we're just not a good team. And even getting that lead in the first half, watching the game, a lot of fluky things kind of happened. We had a nice pick 6 from Blackman, but everything else was kind of fluky. And they had that halftime. Whatever happened in the halftime, heard Patrick Peterson had a little speech. Hey, we just need 5 touchdowns. Defense gonna get stops. They came out and got it done. Explosive offense, explosive team at home. They figured it out and got the win. But that was obviously the worst comeback loss in history. That was stank, man. I've been on the other side of one of those, though, as a Colt, on the good side of a comeback at home in the playoffs against the Chiefs.
And that's what
but that was wild to watch.
That's what Marissa was telling me. Marissa did her research. I know she talked to you yesterday. It was 2013, the game you're talking about, and the deficit was 28 points. It was in the third quarter. It was against the Chiefs, like you said, and it was in the playoffs. So what was the team mentality when being down that big?
Probably very similar to the Vikings. We had an explosive offense. We had Andrew Luck. We had T.Y. Hilton. We know those guys can make a play at any given point. Some of their big players had got knocked out of the game in the first half, and we just knew as a defense, look, we got to get some stops, and then our offense will make plays eventually. And we actually came out in the first half. I think Andrew Luck threw another pick to start the half. But honestly, there was no wavering. On that sideline, we felt like we would win that game the entire time. And I believe we ended up winning 45-44 or 46-45, something like that. Something crazy. It was insane. but you felt that momentum. I know a lot of nerds out there say momentum isn't real, but you feel that especially when you're at home and you need it.
Yeah, 45-44, Andrew Luck was your quarterback. We can't escape the Colts situation without talking about someone who you've thrown your support behind, former player Jeff Saturday, interim coach. Everyone's saying it's an audition. I'm hearing from people in that building that despite the record, despite the record, despite what's going on, he is a leader, he is liked, and he's going to get a fair shake at this thing potentially. What do you think? Where are we with the Jeff Saturday experiment?
Obviously, Irsay after the season, he's going to have to go through a whole, full interview process, and I think Jeff Saturday, he should get an interview. I don't think anybody expected him to go on a run and make a playoff bid or even really be in it. I think mathematically they're still in it, but realistically, we know we're not going to the playoffs this year. He was given, Ellinger was the quarterback at the time. Guys were banged up on both sides of the ball. It was just an absolute poop show, I'll say. But Jeff Saturday at least has the guys, I feel like, coming out ready to play. Obviously, when you lose a game in that historic fashion like they did on Sunday, it's going to leave a bad taste in your mouth. But I think Jeff Saturday should get an interview at least. But I think, for some reason, that Irsay is going to come to his senses a little bit and go kind of with a coach who has some experience to take that full-time role.
Siri, what is a poop show? A poop show is.
I don't know the FCC. Speaking of, I saw Sean Payton on the show a few months back, and the language he was using, I didn't know if I'm able to use that language. And I'll let it fly.
I say apologize, and ignorance is bliss. I didn't know I couldn't say that.
Say less.
Say less. That's sort of how I live my life. Apologize later. Okay, well, let's stay in the same division. You survived the Colts thing. Take your drink of water. We're done. We're done talking about the Colts. But in the same division, what are we doing? The Titans, they have first place. Do they not want the AFC South? What are they doing, spiraling 4 straight losses later? Can this team stop the bleeding, and how can they do it? Let's look at the schedule, too, if we can.
Yeah, man, 4 losses in a row, that's very uncharacteristic, especially this time of year for a Mike Vrabel-led team, once again in the AFC South. Another shit show, okay? All right, that's what we got down there in Tennessee. Every time I look up, Tannehill's been banged up. He's been dealing with a lot of injuries. Malik Willis is not ready to be the guy at quarterback. Teams are honing in on Derrick Henry. They did have a hell of a highlight, though, this past weekend with the tips and overthrows. At some point, we got to get to. But it's bad. 4 losses in a row. And then the Jacksonville Jaguars, they're kind of on a little run here. Trevor Lawrence is playing good ball. Doug Peterson has those guys rolling. So potentially, Week 18, that could be an AFC South championship game on the line. I saw Shanahan. Didn't seem too excited. I know they have Super Bowl aspirations this year, but anytime you get a hat and a T-shirt in your locker after the game, that's cause for celebration. And a lot of teams have kind of wrapped those up this weekend. So I'm excited for this last few weeks.
I agree, too, and those Jags play a short week. Dangerous team down the stretch, I think, what's going on there in Jacksonville. Okay, so much went on this weekend, so I need your DB thoughts on these 2 plays. Okay, so first up, one of the craziest interceptions I think I've ever seen. I tweeted this. I was with Hamilton. We're at the game. We're watching this on DirecTV. Red Zone.
You saw this live?
No. We did. Yeah. Take a look at this. It's Roger McCreary. What do you make of this?
I mean, unbelievable spatial awareness where the ball is, where the teammate is. I talk about tips and overthrows all the time. As a DB, you got to take advantage of when the quarterbacks have those overthrows, when the ball bounces off of somebody's hand, you got to make them play. This is that to the 10th degree. Unbelievable awareness, unbelievable play. I think I've seen this one time before in like college. I want to say it was like Oregon State. One of those brown, orange and black teams, they did it on the sideline, and it was very similar to this play. But that was dope. I don't think I've seen this before. At the NFL level.
Well, you're Mr. Tip Drill. But when that happened, I looked at Hamilton. I go, "Is that allowed?" Like I had no idea that was. And then he was like, "Ah!" But we were both looking at each other like, "What did we just watch?" So I did not see it in college, but let's try to pull that up and find it because it was wild. And then,
incredible.
And then Patrick Mahomes, usual magic trick, unbelievable. He's. It's like, this dude is right. That's all you can say. Here he is. He somehow, across the whole field, gets the ball to Travis Kelce, who takes a shot to the ribs. He tries to get up, and Desmond King shoves his head into the ground. If you're Kelce, What are you doing when you get up, and what did Desmond King expect to happen here?
I mean, I'm sure the King had to expect that type of reaction. Anytime you do that to a grown-ass man on the field or off the field, that's going to be the reaction you get. You can't blame Kelsey for getting up and acting like that. Who did the flag get thrown on? Was it King or Kelsey that get thrown on there?
Kelsey.
Okay, Kelsey. He shouldn't have got a flag for that. A lot of flags came out, but that throw, I mean, Mahomes, Herbert, Josh Allen, Hurts sometimes. These guys all make at least 1-2 throws a week where it's like, no, yes. So that's Mahomes doing what Mahomes does. Texans, though, back-to-back weeks, though, Texans have came to, play and be spoilers at least. So it's good to see them still fighting at this point in the season.
Okay, Lovey, do you want the Lions to make the playoffs?
Me? Mm-hmm. I mean, I would love to see the Lions make the playoffs. My guy Foxy, that's my guy. He's super excited about his brand new Lions. Just watching MCDC lead those guys, obviously a bunch of former players on that staff. We saw him in Hard Knocks, and watching him in Hard Knocks, it's hard not to root for a team that's on Hard Knocks. But the Lions, they're rolling. They're getting hot at this point in the season. What is this? I don't know how many wins in a row. Jared Goff is playing great. Ben Johnson is dialing it up as offensive coordinator. I would love to see the Lions go into somebody's house and give them a tough out in that wild card weekend. They're
Evan
care of
Fox
business
is somewhere
too.
fist pumping and swinging from chandeliers while you're saying this. He loves it. Evan Fox
is
of course,
hype right
Foxy on Pat McAfee's show, which you can see Darius Butler on in like every show on every network. For some reason, somehow Darius Butler is the one guy in media who doesn't have a compete clause, like not compete with anybody. Darius is getting the bag from everybody, and we love to see it.
Don't be out here dry snitching, Kay. Don't be out here dry snitching, all right?
No, let's not do that. Let's instead hop in the car and go to my favorite place. Let's hop and go and drive to Shutdown City. Who we got?
Ooh, let's go. We got at least one new name in Shutdown City, Duke Shelley.
Ooh.
Unfortunately, against my Colts, once again, Colts put up 33 points, 36 points, 30 however many points. Not enough points, but it wasn't any really on offense. Duke Shelley had a couple pass breakups. Great job by the young kid out in Minnesota.
All right.
And he got that Deuce Zero on, too. I know I had to show him love. Next, Denzel Ward, $100 million man out there, cornerback. Browns got a big win as well on Saturday. Denzel Ward did his thing, high draft pick, chased the guys around, did his thing like he does every week. Glad to see Denzel Ward. He had a slow start to the season. Glad to see him picking it up at this point in the season out there in Cleveland. And now, a new mayor, first-time mayor, got the deuce on his chest. Rayshawn Jenkins out there in Jacksonville. Huge upset win. I think this is a 14.5. Is it a 14.5 point spread? A big spread in this game. This guy had 18 tackles, 2 interceptions, walk-off pick 6 in overtime. So he had to be the mayor of Shutdown City this week. Shout out to Rayshawn Jenkins.
Yeah, but I've heard a lot about Rayshawn Jenkins. At the game, Matthew Hamilton is here from New York, so I'm going to tap him in because you guys got to break something down. What's up, guys?
What's up? Darius, with me being here in studio, I had to do this for you. I miss you. DB on DBs. We got to get into it because Rayshawn
Let's do it.
An amazing game. So let's check out this first play. This was third down. This is the play right before the pick 6. You'll see him here on the edge.
Down in the box, yep.
Coming in and run support. And, against these Cowboys, you got to be good as a safety and run support with Zeke and Pollard back there. That's Pollard in the backfield. Watch Jenkins here. He's going to close quickly. Arden Key does a good job beating the block of Dalton Schultz. Jenkins closes quickly, and look at that form. Getting right behind the knees of Pollard. Dropping him in.
That's a great job by 49, too. Eating up that block, beating him across his face to create that gap, that shorter edge for the safety. And like you said, Rayshawn Jenkins coming up with perfect form to get Tony Pollard on the ground and set up this next play. Let me see.
Yeah, here we go. And here's the third down play. So you're going to see the Jags are man coverage. There's Rayshawn in the slot. He should have Dalton Schultz man-to-man here, but there's a little bit of confusion. Arden Key is going to peel on the back. Jenkins also goes to the running back. So you got 2 guys going towards Zeke Elliott. Andre Sisco, the other safety, does a great job spotting that, picking up Dalton Schultz so that he's not there wide open. But Jenkins is going to get lost. He's a little bit in no man's land here. Dak gets that ball into Noah Brown. But with Jenkins, sometimes being in the wrong spot could coincidentally put you in the right place at the right time. The ball bounces up into his hands.
I've had a lot of coaches tell me a lot of times it's better to be lucky than good. And that was the situation sometimes. That's why he's the mayor this week. Sometimes you just got to be lucky. You got to be in the right spot. Sometimes it doesn't come out how it's supposed to at times. Got his eyes back to the ball, tips and overthrows once again. Dak made a throw. Could have been caught. It would have been a tough catch. That was one of those situations as a quarterback where it's no, 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 no. And Rayshon Jenkins catch the tip. Take it to the crib, most importantly, with the walk-off pick six, man. I love it.
And when you have a game like that, 18 tackles, already had an interception, was making so many great plays, you know what? He might have messed up a little bit there, but he deserved it. He played his butt off all game. He deserved it.
Damn right. Damn right, man. I love it, man. Hey, I love hammer on the ones and twos, too, man. I love seeing the X's and O's. One of the best in the game. I appreciate you, man. I need some more Brock Purdy tape, too. I need to know, how far they can go out there in the NFC.
We'll have to do this. From Poop to Siri to Rayshon to a new mayor. We love it. Darius, happy and Merry Christmas to you and your family, your girls, and we'll see you next week, okay?
Thank you. Same to you. Happy holidays. Merry Christmas, everybody over there.
Bye. Send us some DB hats, please. I mean, come on.
Say less. I got you.
I'll send you a bike lock for your bicycle. All right, we'll see you guys. Mark Ingram's coming up next. Celebrating somebody's birthday on the show today. We're getting him checked in. I'm going to write his jersey number on. Oh, this is not going to work. 22. Oh, remember when you turned 22? I wish I was 22. Mark Ingram celebrating his birthday on the show after this. Oh, that's not bad. Well, it kind of looks like a 3. Oh.
Yeah. I'm ready for war. I'm destined for greatness. That's where to Muhammad Ali. I'm up on the scene. I told you I'm up on the scene. Yeah. I'm ready for war. I'm ready for war tonight. I'm ready to settle the score. To settle the score tonight.
Flamethrower. Welcome back to Up and Adam's show. Our next guest, he really does embody everything that's good in the league, and that's why we celebrate. And that's why we at 3 in the morning decide, you know what, we're going to go to Vons, and we're going to buy whatever birthday cake they have available at 3 in the morning to celebrate said beacon of positivity in the NFL. Here for his weekly visit, coming off a sweep of the Falcons, baby, superstar running back Mark Ingram. How are you?
I'm good, Kay. How you doing?
Good. We know your birthday's tomorrow, so guess what? Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Mark Ingram. We love you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday.
Thank you, guys. I appreciate you guys. I love you guys so much. I know my family's going to be extremely disappointed when they find out they weren't the first people to tell me happy birthday and sing me happy birthday. No, okay. But you guys are family. You guys are my family. So it all makes sense. It's all love, and I appreciate you guys.
Marissa's going to big trust to you, big love to you. What are the birthday plans? Please don't blow them.
Man,
Perfect.
Y'all gotta send me a slice.
We will. We'll freeze it and send it to you. I mean, we're gonna literally, if the smoke alarms go off and sprinklers start going, don't mind us. Don't mind us.
I love my family. I appreciate y'all giving me my early birthday love. But plans probably going to dinner, hanging with the kids, hanging with the wife, just having a good day. Come up here to work during the day and then go home and enjoy the day. Just another day, just another day. Nothing crazy, just another day.
I mean, it's gotta be those kids. We're going to get to those kids. You're the cutest kids in the entire world. But let's talk about these Saints first, because sometimes you come on and I have to ask you questions about them, and I'm like, oh, I don't want to because it's bad. But now we swept the Falcons this weekend. We feel good.
Yeah, it's great today. It's good. All good. Send the questions.
The Buccaneers and Panthers, they both lost, my friend, so you won there. So if you look at the NFC situation, the crown is still within reach. It's true. If you win the last 3 games of the season, you, my friend, have my favorite number, Darren Sproles' number, 43% chance to make the playoffs. How does that feel, and what is the vibe?
Man, it feels great, and the vibes is good. We just came off a win, so that's always a great morale booster for the entire team. Against the Falcons, one of our, most hated rivals, other than the Bucs and the Panthers too. We hate the whole NFC South, by the way. But no, just the fact that we're not eliminated. You know what I mean? So we still have a chance to accomplish everything that we sought out to accomplish. But the main thing is we have to handle our business. Obviously, we need some help, but if we don't handle our business, none of that is possible. So that's the main thing we're focused on, is handling our business, make sure we're preparing, make sure we're ready to go on the road. Tough environment, 2 weeks in a row, but start first right now in Cleveland this weekend.
We love that. And I saw that you brought in some special fans to help support the team. We have you and your family in the town. I just can't. I can't, Mark. They're so cute. What is it like, and how much good luck do they bring to this squad?
Hey, they love it, man. They love the Saints. They some Who Dat babies. Yeah, they love the Saints. They love the Who Dat babies. They all dripped out, you know, looking like twins. You know what I mean? But they're the best, man. You know, no matter what happens, it's a good day, bad day. You know, good game, bad game. I come in, they're all sprinting to me, Daddy, Daddy. You know, my son, he loves ball now. He's like, the Saints didn't win today, Daddy. I'm like, no, they ain't win today, but we're gonna get them next week. You know what I mean? We're gonna get them next week. Did the Saints beat the Falcons, Daddy? Like, so they love it. They're Who Dat babies through and through. And it's such a blessing just to be able to have young legacies, young seeds, and a beautiful wife who holds it down, holds the fort down. So I'm extremely blessed and thankful during this holiday season that I have such a great family and such a great support system.
You certainly are. Now, your teammate and Trust Levels podcast co-host, Cam Jordan, by the way, and he tweeted this that I want to show you. Congratulations to Cam, by the way, 200th game with the Saints, a veteran, a professional. But he tweeted this: anybody ever went way too hard on gifts? My kids ain't even gonna play with all of them, just want to make them happy or think they'd be happy about it. Went way too hard on gifts, gotta send some of them back. What is it like? Do you feel this? I mean, you have 4 kids running around there. What do you make of that?
Man, I can feel his pain. You know what I mean? 5 kids, the tree is not short of any gifts. You know what I mean? And then, let alone the gifts that we get, but you know, my mom, mother-in-law, I have 3 sisters. You know, they extended family, they just be sending gifts in. So they just have a plethora of gifts around the tree. If we send a picture of our tree on Christmas morning, it looks like pandemonium. Like there's just gifts everywhere. So yeah, a plethora of gifts. And we all got them wrapped like individually. So, you know, the boy knows his wrapping is this. The girls know they wrapping is this.
Yeah.
Like, they all got separate wrappers, you know, and it should be chaos.
What's the hot
Open
gift?
the gift, enjoy it, take a picture with it, huh?
What's the hot gift right now? Like, what do kids want? What's the hot gift on the streets?
Man, the girls, they want, like, Barbie dream houses and, like, American Dog girls, like, stuff like that. My son wants, like, he wants a Switch. He wants FIFA and Madden and NBA 2K. I'm like, dude, you're 4 years old. What you know about playing a game? But like, these are the things that they're asking for. Yeah, these are the things they're asking for. So he wanted a foosball table too. I don't know how he even knows what foosball is. I'm like, where'd you even play foosball at 4 years old? Like, but yeah, the wife holds it down. She handles all the gifts.
Right. So then, what do you get your beautiful wife?
Hey, you know, she has a lot of stuff, man. So we gotta.
Mark, you haven't gotten her a present yet?
No. We gotta be creative here. I usually always wait till the last minute. I'm the type of guy that runs there on the 23rd, 24th. It's chaos in the mall, and I'm like, yo, I need that. You know, this perfume, that bag, this, whatever. You know what I mean? But she just told me she wanted laser hair remover, so that's what we're gonna get her.
Laser hair removal, that's a great gift. Listen, I'm gifting myself laser hair removal in the new year, so I see that. That's amazing. Okay, for our weekly Jameis Winston check-in, I won't ask if we're gonna see him this week and understand her. I will ask, have you decided what you're gonna get him for Christmas? If you had to get Jameis something for Christmas, you got him for Secret Santa, what would you get him?
Well, I'm gonna get J Boo, man. I'm gonna get J Boo, man. Man, I don't know right now, man. I don't know. That's a good question. My dog does deserve something. So
how does the gifting go in the Saints locker room? Is it like quarterback to offensive line? Is it running back to offensive line? How does it work?
So basically, every position group, our position group does Secret Santa.
Okay.
So what we do is or is it called elephant or something? I don't know, red elephant or something. So basically, everybody buys a gift. You got a minimum, and we wrap it up. You bring it in, and so everybody comes in. And it goes from youngest to oldest.
Okay.
No, wait.
Oh, so you get to go last?
It goes. Yeah. I get to go last, but you can snatch somebody's gift.
Yeah.
You can take somebody's
White
gift.
elephant.
So if somebody opens their gift and I like it, I can take it. or I could, pick what else is available.
What?
So I got kind of advantage.
What's the minimum?
$500.
Minimum 500. Is there a maximum?
Yeah.
No. So everyone will go around 500.
If you just if it tickles your fancy to go to $1,000, $750, so be it. But the minimum is $500, and if you want to go above and beyond, bless your soul, and I hope I pick your gift.
One time I did it, and there was somebody brought everyone brings a gift, they wrap it, and so you look at the packaging, you look at whatever when you're picking, and it was just like a CVS bag, like nothing. And I picked it, and in it was like I don't even know, a mug or something, but in it was like a $25 minimum, but in it was stuffed like $100 bills. And so I saw, and I was like, it's just a mug. It's just a mug. There's nothing else in here.
You can't let the gift wrap fool you. Like the size of the gift, some people like to finesse you like that. You get the CVS bag, that'd be the best gift. So you can't let it finesse you. You got to strategically pick. You got to know kind of like who's in the room, because some people buy good gifts, some people buy cheap gifts. So kind of got to strategically plan your choice.
Mark, you can call it out. Who's buying the cheap gift of the running back room? You can call it out. It's fine.
We gonna see, man. We got some new faces in here this year, so we gonna see. Stay tuned for next week's show. How about that?
Yes.
I'll let you know.
Did you see this? The rookie NFL the bill that was a prank. Who was the rookie?
It was the
Drake
Niners,
Jackson.
right?
Drake Jackson, and he got stuck with a $332,000 bill. It was a prank. They were pranking him, Fred Warner said?
Yeah, it's not real. It's not possible, right?
It's
not $330,000.
You tell me. I don't know. I've never spent more
that's
than
not
$40
possible.
at a restaurant. Okay,
not $330,000. Like,
do you remember
what
was your rookie bill?
So my OGs never made me do that. Like, so my job when I was a rookie,
Darren Sproles.
I had Darren Sproles, Pierre Thomas, Chris Ivory, just a great group of guys. Definitely helped me to get to where I'm at today. You know what I mean? True pros. I was a sponge trying to soak up all the knowledge, right? But anyways, they had me bringing breakfast sandwiches every Saturday, and whenever we were doing a away trip, I had to bring Popeyes to the plane. So, anything else, like it was real simple. It was real cordial. I handled my business. I did what I needed to do. If they needed me to bring the pads in, I would. If they needed something extra on the side, I would. But that was my main two duties every week, was bring in breakfast sandwiches every Saturday morning.
Smart.
And then on the away games, I had to bring Popeyes to the plane. So
Chris Ivory and Pierre Thomas. PT Cruiser. I love that. Okay,
yeah,
we're gonna get into our weekly soccer themed game, and I just want to point this out. Last time you were on the show, you were wearing the Lionel Messi kit, and then they went on to win the final. So I just obviously think that's why, right? It's not because Messi's the greatest of all time. It's because you wore it.
Messi.
Okay, let's have some fun and play our favorite game. We're going to do red card or yellow card, but in the spirit of the holiday season, we're going to make it. We got two hats here. We got the nice hat, Mark, and we got the naughty hat. So both of these,
naughty
okay.
and the nice.
That's right. So this is going to be the yellow. This is going to be the red. So let's get through some of these. Are you familiar with Salt Bay?
Yeah, I know. Yeah, you got to let it bounce.
Okay, yes. This what? This is Salt Bay.
You got to let it bounce.
What do you? Oh. Do it again.
You got to let it bounce.
Okay, I don't know. What? Sure. Okay. It's so funny because they're like, maybe he'll do a Salt Bay impression. I go, maybe, and of course you did. Let's get to it. So here's what happened. Post-game, I don't know if you saw this, Argentina wins. We couldn't show the video I want to show you. He's grabbing Lionel Messi's arm, will not let him go. And here he is grabbing the trophy. What if somebody took this when you won the Heisman? Somebody just takes it, taking pictures. Is that naughty or nice?
That's naughty. He is super flagrant. Unless he is just an honorary Argentina, member,
No.
But other than that, you naughty, dog. You can't just be sprinkling the Salt Bay all on the World Cup trophy. Come on, dog. Naughty. Get the naughty hat.
And then he was grubbing Lionel Messi, and I was like, get off me! That's what I thought Lionel should say.
Get off me!
Get off me, okay. I know the Vikings Colts, speaking of get off me, it was the greatest comeback in NFL history, which is crazy. The halftime show, though, had the real entertainment. This is a youth football team and the mascot. What do you make of it? These mascots are hostile.
The mascots don't got no love for the kids, man. They just be throwing on ragdolls. I'm like, the kids just got to know they got to go up and cut the mascot, hit him in his legs, flip him. So Naughty.
Ingram,
Naughty
that
for
was
the
you in
mascot, man.
college.
You can't. But I'm gonna give him the nice actually because you can't go out there and let the kids just like be hitting you and killing you because then you gonna be viral. The kid gonna go viral. The kid gonna be. No, he naughty. He can't do the boy like that. He can't do the boy like that. Yeah, he naughty. He can't do the boy.
I'm giving myself a red card for this not fitting on my big head. All right, just like Blooper the mascot, DK Metcalf, he had a little bit of anger he needed to let out. Look at this stiff arm. He let Jimmy Ward.
Get off.
Get off me.
You see you catch it. Get off me.
Nice.
Hey,
Jimmy
that's
Ward.
super nice.
Oh.
That's super nice. That's super nice. He cold for that.
He's cold for that. We love it. Mark,
Yeah.
we will let you go. We love you. Happy and Merry Christmas to you, your beautiful kids, your beautiful family, and your beautiful energy. Thank you, Mark. Hey, go get in the
thank
playoffs.
you. I know. Yeah, let's go get it. Let's go get it, man. We still in this thing. Let's go. Happy holidays. Merry Christmas. I love all my family over there.
Welcome back to Up and Adams. Happy birthday to Mark Ingram. Big thanks to Darius Butler, all of our guests. We have big guests on the show. I'm going to go ahead and say it. Can I say who we have on this week? Can I? I don't know if we can I? Rob Gronkowski is coming on our show. Rob Gronkowski is coming on our show. Very excited about that. Okay, so let's go through some of these things. By the way, this is from Dick's Sporting Goods. I love that. Okay, let's do it. Hamilton, what's going on? Oh, God.
We got Gumby drinking a beer through the eye hole of his costume. That might be me Thursday night at Jaguars-Jets.
Are you going to that game?
Yeah.
I want to say this. We had all these fun clips. Oh, God, please take it off. We have all these fun clips to show from things that have happened this week. And Hamilton, I think you chose that one because you know that I have such an aversion to anything with eyeballs. Yep. Eyeballs gross me out to no end, and that really sickened me. I did not need to see that.
You're welcome.
Who's dressing as Gumby?
That's my parting gift.
What are we dressing as Gumby for? I have questions.
It's probably a good way to stay warm at Lambeau Field.
Yeah.
It's strategic.
I don't want to thank you for coming in town. I don't want to say thanks for being on the show. You were amazing. Love Matthew Hamilton. Tweet Matthew Hamilton if you think you should move here. Taylor, get that out into the interwebs. We appreciate it. Rob Gronkowski on the show. Who's on tomorrow? Oh, big show tomorrow. You got to watch.